Hiya, it's Chatty Chrissie. Well, today you're just going to see my feet because I've come to the ball pit in our bubble and playroom because I set my alarm clock for 5 minutes after 5 because I thought, yes, I can get up and see a beautiful sunrise, and a beautiful sunrise would be great for part of our story today. But the weather was terrible, so I've got very wet and I'm not a happy bunny. So I have come to the ball pit to have a play and to see if I can find anything to do with our story. Let's have a kick around. Oh yes, hooray, I can see Easter eggs. Yes, we love Easter eggs. Anything else we can see? Oh, I can see something. Yeah, see something hidden here. What's that? Oh, a chick. It's true. At this time of year, lots of birds, their eggs lay and they have chicks. Yeah, that's true. Anything else? Oh, look. We've got a little lamb, and it's true. Lambs are born. So we've got an Easter egg, a chick, a lamb. Oh, did you hear that? It sounds a bit different to the balls. Yeah, oop. It's 2 eggs. One which is a shaker egg and one which is a beautiful one made in South America. Let's put them up there as well. Anything else? Let's have start going through now, I think. Anything? Oh, look, there's something else. Oh, made out of paper. These are beautiful. A paper cross. That's rather gorgeous, isn't it? And a paper, oops, it's going to fall down. It says love. All made out of bits of old recycled paper. So we've got chocolate buttons, we've got eggs, we've got a chick, we've got a lamb, we've got a cross, and we've got love. And they were all buried in the ball pool. So what's that all about? Well, do you know sometimes the worst day can become the best day, can't it? We can be really disappointed about something and upset, and then actually something else happens and we have the best day. So the worst beginning, because I got up early and the weather was terrible, but the best day because I can play in the ball pool. And you know what? When Jesus died, it was like the worst day for his friends. They were so sad, they were so upset, and we looked at that last week, didn't we? They didn't know what to do. But after 3 days, some of the women went to the big grave to actually look at Jesus' body. And as they were walking, they said to themselves, who's going to roll a big stone away? So a stone went down a path and went in the front of the grave. So like we've got a big slide here for our ball pool, whereas they would have had a big stone which would have rolled down and gone in front of the grave so that no one could go in. And they were like, well, how are we going to get in? Who's going to roll the stone away? And when they got there, the stone was gone. And when they looked inside, there was no body because Jesus had risen. He wasn't there. Oh, now the stone had been rolled away, not so that Jesus could get out, because he's already God, so he can do anything, but so we, or the women, could look in to see that Jesus was risen. It's amazing. So the worst day of Jesus dying on the cross, because of his love for us, became the best day. Because he came back to life again. Eggs become birds or become chicks. Little lambs become sheep. At Easter we get Easter eggs to think about new birth or something which comes alive again. Have you ever seen a butterfly? Who likes butterflies? Well, I went up to try and find some butterflies, but I didn't do very well with that. But you know a caterpillar, you know the story of the very hungry caterpillar, don't you? A caterpillar gets a chrysalis around it, and while it's in that bit where it looks very dead, it's changing, and when it makes its way out, it's become what? You know the story well. It's become a beautiful butterfly. And Jesus died so that he could change us, like we looked last week, on the inside and give us something new, so that when we trust in him and we say, thank you for Jesus for dying for me, but thank you, and this is the exciting bit, this is the best bit, thank you that you came back to life again. That's amazing. So that means that Jesus has beaten death, because he died, but he came back to life again. Now here I've got a 50p piece, and there's two sides to it. So you've got the worst day, Jesus dying, and the best day, Jesus came back to life again. You know, with our older group, which is called Encounter on a Sunday morning, we look at Bible stories and we always ask two questions. What then? And what now? What then? What now? So what then? The women went to try and put spices on Jesus' body, but he wasn't there. The stone had been rolled away because he had risen. And you know, there was bits of cloth wrapped around the body, and those bits of cloth were laid very neatly. And they were laid neatly to show someone and to show a symbol that he had risen. He wasn't there. Why? Because he had risen from the dead. So that's the what then. But what now for today? 2021. What does that mean for us? That means that we can say, thank you, Jesus, that even though COVID's been difficult, even though lots of things seem very insecure, even though things have changed and it's been tough, even though it's had a worse days, we can have the best days because you've risen, because you loved us. You have promised that you can come and live inside us because you died on the cross. But you didn't just die, you came back to life again. Let me put an egg there to symbolise that. And because you came back to life again, I can know your love in my heart, I can have your forgiveness in my heart, and I can have a friendship with you. Oh, cool. So my worst day, it started pretty grim, has now become my best day, because Jesus promises that he's with us. He is risen. And that is the secret message of Easter. And it's not really a secret because we want everybody to know. Yeah, it's me again. Do you know, I was so excited to tell you that Jesus had risen that I forgot all about what we're going to do today. Well, you're each going to have a polystyrene egg, which you can either paint, and there'll be paints, or crayon. So that'll be cool to remind us about Easter. And then our special cross. We've had the green, we've had the purple, we've had the orange, the red to remind us that Jesus died last week, and today is the yellow one. And the yellow, you'll pop underneath the red, and that's to remind us that Jesus rose from the dead. And if we had had a sunrise, we'd have seen all those glows. But something else we're going to make, don't they look beautiful? You're each going to have a shell, and inside the shell you're going to put some green icing, and then a ring donut, which is like Jesus' tomb, and then just in front of it, put a biscuit or a sweet, something which is round, and you'll get them all when your craft packs come. And that reminds us that Jesus rose again, because where Jesus' body was, he's not there. There's a hole. He's not there. Why? Because he's risen. Don't they look beautiful? And you can put them in a beautiful shell, so it's something as a nice little keepsake for everybody. There's a hole. He's not there. He's risen. So that's what we're doing. 1, 2, 3 things to do. Bye.
Without the light One day Jesus was speaking to one of his disciples called Thomas, who was confused about the way to heaven. Jesus answered him, "I am the way, and the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." John chapter 14, verse 6. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the towering rock of safety. Psalm 61, verse 2.